There's something very wrong here, something that you need to know about. Lo and behold, my fucking photos. Open up the Lensa app, select your, oh, that's my best one, definitely that one. Uploaded, ready to go. Oh boy, here we go. Okay, we ready? Well, at least they got my physique. Man, I would look so hot if I, look totally different. I think what I love the most is it's basically just like a Soviet propaganda poster. Okay, Russian propaganda poster, but on Mars. Still a Russian propaganda poster, but with an American flag on my arm. And this, I'm like, what is that? I had a love child with Chewbacca. We're not making it public yet. This is us right here. Okay, as fun as these AI images are, there's something very wrong here. Something that you need to know about. Let's start with how it works. I already made a video a few weeks back about DALL-E 2 and how they're putting stock photographers out of business. If you haven't seen that one yet, go watch it after this video. But this one, Lensa, uses a totally different AI model called Stable Diffusion. And I wanted to know more about Stable Diffusion. I read their terms and conditions, and it turns out every single one of the images that Stable Diffusion generates is released under the CC0 Creative Commons license. And if you don't know what that means, for all intents and purposes, in the public domain. Nobody owns it. There's no copyright, no license. I could take any one of your images and sell it. So that's exactly what I did. I bought the domain name AIGotYourFace.com, scraped Instagram for these images, and turned them into about 300 products. I could keep doing this until the cows come home. I could do 100,000 if I wanted to. I'm not gonna do that because I'm just trying to prove a point here. I even included the name of each person scraped in the product's title. So if you Google your own name and you're on here, my website, my store, may very well be the first Google result for your name. I'm obviously not just doing this to be a dick, ruining everyone's fun just for the sake of a video. Why I did it takes us a little bit further back to how Stable Diffusion actually works. In its simplest terms, Stable Diffusion is an AI model that takes different subsets of the LAION Dataset, which is a set of 5.8 billion text image pairings, basically just taken from the internet. Stable Diffusion uses this dataset to learn photographic and artistic tendencies based on the associated keywords. These associated keywords could be things like photorealistic or artistic or painting, but it can also take the form of a specific person's name, like Greg Rutkowski, who is a reasonably famous artist, and you can tell the AI to mimic his art. It's gotten so bad for this digital artist, Greg Rutkowski, that if you Google his name, his images don't come up anymore, at least not at the top of the Google results. It's all AI-generated art. Now, I was having my fun this morning to see if the AI could generate images of people like Tom Cruise and Morgan Freeman, which I guess it's to be expected that it could do that. But then I entered my own name, and it was unnerving. We're just inserting nothing but my name. I didn't give them any images to train. None of them look exactly like me, not like the Lensa images here. But I entered my name over and over and over again, and every single result was a white man with brown hair and a stubbly beard. Maybe my persona, my style just matches my name so perfectly and it's just a coincidence. So I entered my two sisters' names, and somehow it knows that Osmo is a blonde woman and Osmo is a brunette woman, because that's what it showed in every single result. This seemed way too much to be a coincidence, so I dug even further. And I ended up finding a website where you can search the data set that the AI is trained on. And I started searching my own name and mashing keywords together, and lo and behold, my photos, some of which were even attached to my name, using that as a keyword, scrambling my name with other keywords. I found images from my blog, I found images from my YouTube channel, I found images from my social media, and perhaps most interestingly, I found tons and tons of my stock photos. Watermarked, of course, but my stock photos. I guess I should be flattered that my likeness and that of my wife are being used to train an AI on what a happy couple looks like, but there is something really unnerving about seeing a picture of my crying daughter being used to train an AI on what a crying baby looks like. I feel a bit selfish for saying this, but what makes it even worse is that I sell this photo. I've made only a grand total of like $20 or something like that on the photo, but I'm not quite sure what to think of a company going out there, essentially using my work and my daughter's likeness, which they didn't pay for even though it's for sale, to essentially put stock photographers out of business. I'm not exactly sure what the lesson is here. It seems like pretty much everything they're doing is legal. Training an AI based on private images to recreate something that is unique pretty much falls under the fair use doctrine. But I think that more than ever before, people need to be really careful about what they put online. Someone more sinister than me could easily use these images for their own financial gain. And if your images are publicly available, companies like Stability AI will continue to use you and your likeness for their own financial benefit. Without your permission, without your compensation, digital art and AI photography will continue evolving and entire industries will be wiped out. It begs a lot of questions about the capabilities of AI more generally, but I would be shocked if digital artist was even a real job in 10 years. And photography, even before these AI-generated images hit the mainstream, our industry was decimated by cell phones and other newer technology. Tell me in the comments below, where do you think AI is taking us? Where do you think automation is taking us? I would really love to know your thoughts. I personally think that almost nobody is safe, and that's why I created my outsource agency, Little Assistants. My goal is to help other people diversify their income. I believe that that is the only real path to financial independence because almost nobody is safe. Good luck. Ciao.